So I have a quick question for you guys. What would you say if none of the audio has been recording up until 5 seconds ago? Fucking thing. The one thing I didn't check.
I guess once in a while we just have a chaos stream.
BluePopStream. Woo!
We out here, whole lot of gang shit.
Fucking hell.
Come on, you're the face of the party. Audio's your thing.
I had his webcam covering that corner of my screen where the audio meters were.
It's okay. I like to stare at Darth sometimes too. Just him and that wonderful haircut.
I need a haircut.
That's okay. It just means the amazing conversation we had gets to be just memories between us.
This is still going to be a chaos stream, like, well, obviously. Anyway, would you like to repeat what happened last session?
I would, but I don't remember.
It's fucking gone!
That was the one time thing I had one shot, one opportunity.
One in the chamber.
Such a shame. That was so good.
I took the shot.
All right.
Speaking of shot, look at the locks on this guy. Wow, that's quite the gun and the head of hair. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Oh, yup.
I still say he deserves inspiration for that.
I can do it again. Okay,
I mean,
okay. So
you technically did say it all.
there were lizards with wings, right? But we call them drag. What's the word?
Wyverns.
Wait, there it is, wyverns, right? There were wyvern riders, like that one game that we're not going to get a copyright strike for. And there
We're
were
gonna copyright strike for saying the fucking name.
Pepsi?
Yes,
Okay,
Pepsi's
I'm
famous wyvern riders.
I swear. Okay, so we rolled up to Hoshikiri, right? Which is the place where the prince is at. And when we were pulling in, we saw this big ass mountain thing, but it wasn't really a mountain. It was like a cavern, but full of holes and a rock. And then within this, we were like, oh shit, there's gonna be combat. But there wasn't combat because what came out of it were the Royal Navy that were riding wyverns. And I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. And then they're riding around, they're like, hey, what did you come here for? And then I think it was Simon who was like, we don't want any smoke. We're only here because we're looking for a prince. And he was like, kind of sketch, but it checks out. All right, y'all can dock here. And then we spent the night. There were some weird shadow dragon shits that were flying around, but we never really determined what those were. Legend has it they were from the north, but no confirm, no comprendo.
Legend has it they were from the north, okay.
The north.
And yeah, Isvik did the thing. He was like, hey, yo, y'all want to be rangers? And the crew was like, I mean, I guess. And then they became tidesmen. And then that was the thing.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah, have your inspiration. If you
Nice.
I hope that fits into a Twitch clip.
Oh, make that's a TikTok clip, dude.
Yeah, it can be both. It can be both.
Yeah.
I've been converting all my Twitch clips to TikToks lately.
All right. I like it. Shouts out Robotussin.
Okay. Yup.
Not sponsored by Robitussin or
So that'll
Pepsi yet.
happen.
I mean, they might as well. They were my whole childhood.
Robitussin?
I'm sorry, DM, please take it away. I'm an asshole. I apologize.
Robitussin was your childhood? I coughed so often.
I'm currently deciding what abilities to actually give the Tidesmen. Also, if you want to give them new equipment, you need to go out and purchase that.
I ain't purchasing shit.
For the dudes, you just put effort into giving them skills.
Ithic.
What?
They're your responsibility.
Also, Ithwick, did you teach them a new language?
No, I only taught them how to use the sword.
Sword is a language.
It's universal, even, one might say.
He taught them a language only Isfik understands. Just made that shit up.
Yeah, sure. So cool. Yeah.
It's fucking pig Latin.
I do some language like everyone else here does, so I could say that, and you would have no idea.
Yeah. So, since our chaos session is off to a rousing start,
Yep.
yeah, you have arrived in Hoshikiri. You are on the north bank of the bay, which seems to be the more populous and certainly more diverse area of the city. It's a bustling metropolis. This is the capital of the Okaran kingdom. The kingdom of Okara. Yeah. What would you like to do? It's mid-morning at this point.
Well, my first instinct was to ask what information they might have gathered, but I guess since we rejoined our crew before they even got here, they probably have no idea where to start as much as we do.
Actually, I have a potential idea of where to start looking for this, because this all seems like a kind of down low thing. I'm going to start looking around looking for any sort of signs that say the underground operates in certain areas.
Oh, using your thieves' cant stuff to look for signs?
Yep.
Sure. Give me... Well, we'll say that takes a bit of time because, like, it's very, I think, busy, very popular. Popular isn't quite the word. It's a bustling city, especially this area right at the docks, etc. But yeah, this will take a bit of time. But do you want to roll me a perception check?
Absolutely.
You know, they call it thieves can't, but I think most people find that more often than
No.
not, they can.
No, stop.
You knew exactly where
As
I
you
was
were talking,
going.
I just saw the shape of that in my mind. I was like, no.
Shut it down.
Can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
Like a raid wide, we saw it coming. But couldn't avoid.
Mitigate this.
Mitigated.
Oh, there needs to be a job with a silence ability. Anyway, yeah. So
Yeah.
you rolled a 13. Cool. So you know your sort of variant of thieves' cant is the one more generally used. Like every, I don't want to use the word guild because it's not quite that, but like thieves' cant is almost a regional thing, and like in general there are signs that it would be at least similar, but you wouldn't know like certain niche things that apply just here. That being said, you do recognize some symbols on a couple buildings that might just be scratches to the untrained eye, but you recognize it says essentially like guild house this way. And you start following these signs, and you come to a tavern called BRB, firing up tavern name generator.
I like to imagine in this written language, instead of a period, there's just a sword sticking out of it.
Yep.
Every time,
Congratulations, everybody. This is the one time thieves' cant will ever be useful.
So one of the ones that this page auto-generated for me was the Jewish sword.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
wow.
Yeah. That one works. You see the sign for this pub has a more sort of serpentine shape with wings spread wide behind it. And in... who speaks Elven?
I think I do. Hold on. Yes, I have Common and Elvish.
You do. Yeah, anyone who speaks
Technically, I
Elvish.
have it, but it's supposed to be Vidalcan for me, so ignore that mine says I do.
In Elvish script, it is written the Free Dragon.
Neat.
It seems to be, middle income, so to speak. This tavern. And Ithvuk, on the beside the door, you see a symbol that you think probably means safety.
Be ready for things to go south if we go inside. Just in case.
Only you would look at a symbol that means safety and go, guys, prepare for shit to happen.
Breaking into the underground, dude.
Cool. So yeah,
These people may very well not like random people walking in here. Just saying.
Seems to me like it would be pretty common. It's a pub.
I think
You
you'll find
never know.
you can't.
Sorry, what was that?
You said it was pretty common. I think you'll find he's using Thieves' Cant. It's just,
No.
another bad pun. It's just another bad pun.
That wouldn't even went over me.
The common language that
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
speaks is called common.
Mm.
Yep. Gotta love explaining your shitty jokes. Yeah. So, you warn everyone about walking in there. I'm sorry about bumping the mic, everyone. That was probably not a pleasant sound. Yeah.
I was more referring to keep your hands near your coin purses or something, just in case.
Oh, valid.
So
And-
what is happening?
Go on in.
Okay, you walk into the Free Dragon. I'm gonna write that down so I remember that name. You walk into the Free Dragon.
Did I mention I was the great free dragon? I'm sorry.
Mulan.
What?
That's the Mulan reference.
Great Stone Dragon, have you awakened? Oh, Eddie Murphy. Anyway, yeah, you walk into the Free Dragon. It's a pretty standard layout for a tavern. You see an open common room on the main level, bar on the back wall. Oh wait, at least back wall from what you can see. At the far side of the pub, a small hearth off to the right of the door against the far wall there, and then stairs also on the back wall, sort of up over the bar, leading to a loft that presumably might have rooms or further seating areas. It's not super popular. You see a couple people. You see two people kind of having a hushed conversation by the hearth. Hearth has not yet been lit for the day. And in the corner to your, immediate to your left, you actually see a tiefling woman surrounded by, she has two men, a half-orc and a human sitting with her. And bartender greets you quite friendly and says, welcome to the Free Dragon. What can I get for you? That's a Dragonborn bartender. Waves you over to the bar from the door.
I'll walk over and order a couple ales, speaking Draconic.
The Dragonborn, he kind of smiles and says, coming right up, back to you in Draconic as well.
Tell him I just want an ice water.
How many are you ordering?
I'll just go with two for now. One for me and one for a demo.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
He pulls those and says, if there's anything else I can get you, just shout. and sets the two mugs on the bar in front of you.
Nod,
And,
say thank you, and then walk over to Adema, and I'm going to point out the people in the corner and say that those are probably the people who work for the Underground.
For sure, okay. Yeah. What else do people do?
Oh, how much did I pay that guy? Was I supposed to pay that guy, by the way?
That would be 4 copper.
Alright.
Simon's just
He
going to
is
be looking
a
around cautiously.
Brass Dragonborn, we'll say.
What was that, Simon?
Just be looking around cautiously, but not like often enough to be suspicious looking.
Drink
just
in
try it?
hand, I would like to find the nearest table and take myself a seat while enjoying this delicious beverage.
Sure. There are several tables. Most are empty right now. You sit down at the nearest one and take a drink of your ale, and it's okay. It's not anything to write home about, but it's reasonably cold, and it's ale.
Bold of you to assume what I write home about, but yeah,
You don't know what I write home about.
I enjoy it nonetheless.
Yeah. Cool. You have okay. Yeah. Cool. Could I get a D20 roll from Kai? Is everyone in the bar? I should have asked that because we haven't really established that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, Kai, you guys are in here with us?
I would assume so. Barry's probably distracted thinking about her mom, but she's here.
Valid.
Before I take a drink, I'm gonna walk over to Barry and offer her the drink, see if she wants that instead.
No, thank
Some
you.
ease your nerves a little. All right.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Cool.
Simon's just
I'm
having an
gonna sit
ice.
next to.
Simon's just having an ice water after that last time. He doesn't want to drink anymore.
One
The
time.
last time. Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit with Adema. I would assume we've got a seat relatively closer to the people who I pointed out.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be a brooder. I don't want to sit by myself. I want to sit near the people.
Yeah, the tiefling woman has a goblet of wine in hand, and the bottle sits on the table. Itchy, can you go ahead and share that image that I sent you just before the session started?
I have put it up on the overlay.
Sure, and I will post it in our group chat here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Another BC for me to imagine until we're done here.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna assume red-skinned.
You are correct. Yeah, you see this tiefling woman. She has a burly half orc and a slight looking human sitting either side of her.
I try to size them up, see if they actually roll a check to make sure they are the people I'm assuming they are.
Sure, give me an insight check, I guess.
And given my history, I would assume it would be insight or perception. One of the two.
Insight. Yeah.
18.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking for a particular fighter archetype feature real quick. I don't think it's relevant to what you're doing, but
The one that dies easily. That's the feature you're looking for.
no. Battle Master Fighters get Know Your Enemy, which I want to be useful because it's really cool, but like it's not really anything. From kind of watching the way they act, especially the human, his eyes very closely, like I don't want to say closely. They seem to be very aware of what's going on around them while still carrying on the conversation with the other two. You can also tell from body language that the half-orc and the human are sort of deferring to the tiefling woman. They seem to be like, if she were to give instructions, they would listen to her.
I'll share this with everyone in a hushed tone, but specifically towards Simon. She's in charge. Those are bodyguards.
Okay.
This is just about the best way we're going to find anyone who's disappeared in this city, so.
I was gonna say we're in. This is all thanks to your thieves' cant investigation, so you'll know better than I what we gotta do.
He's looking up something. I'm gonna wait till he's done with that.
Yeah. No, I'm just you carry on. Like I'm available for questions, but especially if you guys are role playing together, I'm not going to interrupt that unless I need to interrupt that. I want this button.
I don't know what the protocol among thieves' cant speakers is. Do we just go up and ask them if they know of anyone relevant to what we're looking for?
Well, how about you buy him dinner first?
Yeah.
Drink at least.
That sounds like a thing you could do.
Well, certainly. Why didn't you say so earlier? And then Nadima's gonna stand up. He's gonna walk right over to this tiefling woman.
Before you do that, I'm gonna say, don't be too obvious what you're trying to do. Allude to it a little bit.
Come on, give me some credit, you bastard.
I am giving you all the credit you've earned.
I'm gonna walk over there. And I'm gonna say, pardon me, but something about this Horms is just strangely endearing. Might I be able to get you a drink?
Why, yes. I never turn down someone buying me a drink.
Alas, after my own heart. I'm sorry, was that pull up a chair? Because I'll do it.
She seemed to be telling one of her her employees to do so.
I'll take it anyway.
Cool.
And at the table, I just facepalmed for a second.
She didn't specify that chair is mine.
I'm gonna walk over to the bar and buy 2 bottles of wine.
I'm fully ready for greetings. My name is Adema. My hobbies include wine, thassa, and missing princes.
Who told you about my dating profile?
All right. Yeah.
How much am I paying the Dragonborn?
Cool. Neato cool.
How much am I paying the Dragonborn? 2 bottles of wine, and I'm gonna give him a little tip as well.
Yeah, that... He asks you if you want really good wine, okay wine, or just wine.
Really good. Let's go with the good stuff.
Well, that's
you
2
got
gold a
money.
bottle. Sorry, two gold a glass, and you want bottles. That'll be 10 gold.
I'll give him 14.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Could I get you anything to eat with that, or maybe in a little bit?
We'll see how the night goes.
It's mid-morning, like it's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
The day.
My statement
it is.
stands.
It's night somewhere.
Valid.
We don't know how long this is going to take.
Valid. One moment.
Then after exchanging all mild chat with the guy, I'll walk back over to the table, set down both bottles,
Cool.
and give as close to a warm smile as a fishman can to the tiefling.
Wait, you're at our table or this table?
The table, the tiefling's table,
Bet.
where you are right now. I was buying her a drink.
I'm with it. I thought you were just having a good time.
So as far as this
I understand.
tiefling knows, she's being offered free drinks by two completely unrelated strangers.
And now, hang on.
You were sitting at the same table for a bit.
Yeah, we were sitting at the same table. I don't know what the other three of you are doing.
What I thought was happening was our group sat at a separate table, and then Adema moved over to the tieflings table, and then it sounded like Ithuk was also going over to the tieflings table. So from the tieflings perspective, she's being hit on by two random weirdos.
Precisely. Might I introduce my good friend and mate, Ithik, the finest sailor this side of the Dragon Sea, and charitable to boot, Dima will say, grabbing one of the bottles of wine.
I like how you introduced him, but you haven't introduced yourself yet.
Not important. He's got the wine. You can get to know me, or you can get to know the patron of these fine drinks.
Only reason I'm so jealous is I'm the only one who got a payout from the last job.
He's valid. That's a valid point.
I didn't question it.
Nope. Okie dokie. One moment here. Just making
I'm not going to sit at the table. I'm going to stand off a little behind Adema.
Yeah.
I was not offered a seat, and I'm not going to assume.
Same.
He also knows
Keep
that.
my distance a little bit in case shit goes south.
Though I will take a glass of the wine to do so before I do so.
Weird.
What?
No, I imported a caster spell, a caster stat block through the importer we have. Apparently, this individual, who is a wizard, has Fireball as an innate spell.
Oh.
Innate.
Yeah, according to the I'm also looking at the print stat block. And no, they don't. But
What did you do?
literally the way it tells you to do this shit. So, yeah. Cool. Another thing I will mention is, actually no, that's another thing. Never mind. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that these individuals are interesting for you guys.
And I'm going to say, in as close to a generalist way in Thieves Can't, a gift to show where we mean no harm here.
And what seemingly innocuous phrase are you hiding that in that everyone else will hear?
Good question. I'm not very good at wordplay.
Fair.
Because that's basically what Thieves Can't is.
I'm not going to... You say you're using Thieves Can't, and that's super chill. I'm not going to have you make up what Thieves Can't is to say it. Just the way we'll work this is that you just tell me what you're trying to say with Thieves Can't, and then what everyone else hears, that it will be a significantly longer phrase.
Time to pull out Shakespeare.
I mean, fair.
I am bad at this part.
Hey, man. Yeah. Cool. Here. Yep. All right.
Just Google random public domain song lyrics.
Pretty much. So Ithvik compliments the tiefling on her dress and the tiara she wears. And you see all three of the individuals that you're talking to kind of raise their eyebrows, exchange glances. And then she leans forward to you, Ithvik, and says, you hear this in Thieves' Cant, she says. So you're in the know. What can I help you with? And what do you have to offer? Everyone else here is like, she thanks him graciously for the compliment and returns one about, like, it's rare to see someone of your countenance, of your race on this side of the sea.
We seek information, and we will help you clean up any small problems around the city, or even outside.
Is that so? Is that also in Thieves' Camp, or do you drop the facade at this point? Okay. She smiles and says, "Let's get everything out in the open. I assume your friend here has no idea what we're saying, as he's
none of them do.
seem to be following."
I completely dropped the facade. None of them know what I just said.
Idiots.
I see. So, what is it you are you say you're looking for information. What type of information? And I'm sure we can find favors to pay for it.
A missing person.
She takes a drink from her goblet, like drains it, and then gestures to the half-orc with one of the wine bottles you brought over. He pulls the cork for her and pours her, like, fills up her glass.
I timed that can opening perfectly.
Yeah.
A missing person from the opposite side of the Dragon Sea. Last we heard, they were brought here, and this is as far as we've got with the trail so far.
Sure. What is your passive insight?
12.
12, okay. Cool. A missing person, you say? Intriguing. Do you have a name or a description that you're operating off of?
I think at this point,
you absolutely would have this name.
Simon brings his chair over to the table and joins them. Prince Ilnin III.
This is one of our additional associates.
There's a pause.
I also whispered to Simon, maybe you shouldn't have said he was a prince.
Maybe if they know that he's important, they'll prioritize helping us.
They will also make us work hard to get him back.
A little hard work never hurt anyone.
I don't think you understand the kind of hard work I might mean.
Au contraire, my man. Hard work has hurt plenty of man.
Oh, we'll see. Simon has no experience in the world of Thieves' Cant people, so yeah. Simon is about being direct.
She smiles and kind of covers her mouth with a hand. She says, I have not introduced myself. I am Furia. I actually grew up in Haven. I think I know the man you're looking for. She chuckles a little. This is indeed a... Whose cat was that? Because that was adorable.
Kitty.
That's mine. I've ignored her. She's at my door meowing at me now.
All right. This is indeed a coincidence. What is your interest in the prince? And you now see that she is, like, seriously... This is a chance for some hot gossip.
Simon is, I think, at this point, slowly realizing maybe not to tip his entire hand so quickly. So I think all he's going to say is, we've been tasked to find him. That's about it.
After 5 years, the king finally deigns to look for his brother.
Oh, 5 years? He's been missing. Did we know that?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. I just forgot.
I don't know if I had consciously processed that amount of...
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If we already knew that, then...
I was going to say, I don't... Apologies if it did get said, but I wasn't consciously... I didn't consciously process if it did get said that it was
I
5
didn't know it
years.
was the king's brother either.
Yeah.
I feel like I just totally missed all that.
So, brief aside, 5 years ago, King Eldred died. He was getting older, and his son Norvin, just before the death, his son Norvin was declared the heir, who was an illegitimate son, not from his marriage. Aelnin, who you're looking for, he was previously the crown prince. And that it wasn't long after that it is believed that the prince went missing. Anyway, yeah. Now we back.
Okay.
So, now, could you give me a minute to confer with my associates here?
Of course.
By all means.
Thank you. And the three of them stand up and go to a back room. Yeah.
Wait, so her and all her bodyguards left?
Yes.
Let me get that other bottle of wine then, because they're not drinking it.
Does the bar have pretzels or something that I can grab?
You do see a basket of peanuts sitting on the bar.
Okay, close enough. I'll bring some back and spread, just put them on the table in between me and Kai.
Awesome.
Simon's looking around for breadsticks.
This isn't an Olive Garden.
I know.
Also not sponsored, but maybe.
Unless
Olive Garden's even in Canada?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I don't know.
We have Panera Bread, but not.
And even then, those are closing down one by one. I think there's only two left. I know because my best friend used to work for them.
Oh dear. Yeah. After a few minutes, is there anything anyone wants to say to each other or anything like that?
No, I am just quietly debating on whether I would walk over there to listen to what's being said, but I don't want to.
Simon's just
fight against it.
Simon's just gonna not really say anything, but look at Ithfuk with a questioning glance of, I didn't fuck up, did I?
I'll just hold my fingers up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, after a few minutes, the three of them come back out, and she says, well, I will help you, or at least point you in the right direction to find the prince. When you return to Alvaranus, I would like to return with you. I
Oh.
believe I have. I may have made some enemies here, and I wish to be elsewhere.
Understandable.
Information for passage back across the sea. That sounds fair enough to me.
Yes. Now, that being said, the prince... You say you're looking for him. Under what circumstances were you told he left? Or was taken, I suppose, could be the case.
I'm not sure how much information we want to give out. Can we confer amongst ourselves for just a minute?
Of course.
So I take everyone on our side aside. Do we want to tell them everything we know, or what do you think?
I think that's already out of the bag. They know who we're looking for. That's the biggest piece of information that was potentially a problem.
And Kai says, so far it seems like they've got more info than we've got, so honestly, us giving up info I don't think is giving up info.
All right. So I guess we'll go back and I'll tell them what we know, which is, in short form, we were tasked by the Alvaronis Navy we were tasked by the people we were sent by because we were told that the prince was kidnapped, and then we found out later through our journey that someone was hired to take him to Hoshikiri. So everything may not be as clear-cut as we were told. There's probably a lot more involved. There's probably some sides of this that we don't know.
You see Furia's eyebrow kind of raises as he says that the prince was kidnapped. Yeah. To put it in perspective, it was a very subtle thing, but your like skills at reading people kind of tripped that for you. Yeah, and then yeah, cool. Yep. You were told he was kidnapped.
If memory serves.
She just kind of chuckles a little and smiles. Well, last I saw of him, he was quite free of his own and under his own power, and care and keeping and all that. Though that woman he was with might think differently. She kind of chuckles to herself again. But you will be wanting to travel further west. There may be a town with a rather short-staffed guard population. He'll be near there.
Any specifics of where in this town, or?
All I know is he wanted to settle down with...
Does this town have a name?
God damn it, Adam, why aren't you prepared more? The clickety-clack sounds are great. Did I... Oh, I did misspell that. Thanks, Google, for searching the right thing. I said fantasy. Fantasy. It is the town of Stagborn.
Cool.
And I will type that here.
I like Dragonborn, but stag beetles.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly like that.
I guess Itchy's the one who said that because I'd clicked Itchy's token.
Anyone watching the current Super Sentai King Oger will love this connection. The main character lives in a country whose god is a stag beetle Zord. It's a lot cooler than I'm making it sound.
I'll take their word for it. All right, yeah. Yes, you'll find him in the area of Stagborn, I imagine. All right, if I remember right, maybe a day and a half by horse.
Alrighty.
All right. Anyone else have any other questions? I think we can go based on that.
Now, when you return, you will probably find me here. Durgist and Elvin here will surely continue to keep me as safe as they can.
Do you mind
And
if-
that's the half orc is Durgist, the human is Elmin. And I'll type those here as well. Make sure I'm not clicked on it. Okay, good.
Is there anything we should know about the danger that you're in? Maybe something we should keep our eyes out for?
Dragon masks would be a concern for me.
Interesting.
Just like Skyrim.
Sure. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I love that name, Durgist.
Durgist. He's the Durgist.
I was about to say.
Are you proud of yourself?
A little bit. All right. Cool.
Alright.
The oldest of his three brothers, Durg, Durger, and Durgist.
Oh, anyway, yeah, this is also a major town. In case anyone wants to do any major town things.
Alright.
I imagine.
Actually,
I feel...
before we leave, I want to ask Furia, was her name?
Yeah, Furia. I will type that here as well.
Is there any, like...
Furia.
Furia. Is there any big temples or places of healing in this town that you know of that would be willing to lend a hand or some assistance to people in need?
She thinks for a moment. That's a public roll, isn't it? Yep. Whoop.
She did great.
Oh, +4 to intelligence.
Yeah. She thinks for a bit, but rather quickly, Elmin pipes up and says, yes, I mean, any of the temples would probably help for the right price, but what type of assistance is it you're looking for? That could probably narrow things down more for you.
I would assume holy. I look at Kai and Adema helplessly. She was bit by a vampire. I look at Simon, a vampire?
I think so.
You're doing great, sweetie.
What we assume to be a vampire. But possibly
now she won't
a
again.
shadow-related creature.
From the
Yeah,
Shadowfell.
no, she won't. She won't wake up.
Other than to scream prophecies at us.
Yeah, that does not count.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. We still haven't talked about that, by the way.
Was that in character?
No.
Okay. That's a whole different ballgame.
I was not there for her saying that in character, so... Itzvik don't know that happened. He just heard screaming.
Fair. Alright.
Oh boy.
Yep. Yeah. He says, well, I would check with God, where's that's Player's Handbook. There was a whole series of thoughts there, friends. I used to know these deities really, like, inside and out.
The Temple of Alucard.
I don't think that's where you're gonna fix the vampire issue. So
He says, I imagine the Alvaronian god Pelor would help with that. But if you need assistance here, just tell me any god that is. The Temple of Helm could probably help you, or Lathander. Actually, Lathander's probably a better choice. Soon could work as well. I would start with those. Do you want me to type out those names?
Sure.
Okay. So that was Helm, or someone could roll a religion check to see what they themselves know about these.
False gods, a lot of them.
This is so.
Oh no, he's that type of religious person.
This is so OC. But you said soon, and my brain went, "We should go dare, Baka."
Oh, no. Sure. You probably know.
Ouch.
Oh God. As a druid.
You're a druid. You're from, like, the swamps.
Big city? What's that?
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm lost.
Ithvuk, you definitely know that Soon is the goddess of love and beauty.
Hmm.
don't
Yeah.
know that.
And yeah, so Helm,
Lathander,
and Soon.
You said Lathander, or whichever one was probably a better choice. What are they the god of?
Give me a religion check.
Oh, that not fall under the one he already did?
Dama, that's good enough. You know all of them, at least in enough to know why they are not as good as but Helm is the god of protection, and Lathander is the god of birth and renewal.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, that definitely sounds like that would be the better option.
A birth and renewal for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Notably, in here it like recommends the cleric domains for a cleric of each of these gods. All three are both life and light.
Fun.
Boo,
And
where's Tempest?
Who's the cheapest?
Tempest, you got the chaotic evil god Talos.
Hell yeah.
Just like Skyrim.
That's like Skyrim.
The chaotic evil Umberly, goddess of the sea, also known as the bitch queen.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about her.
Yep. Or there's Auril, the goddess of winter, who is neutral evil.
I know her.
Ooh, lesser of several
Yeah,
evils.
she's great. She's great. Yeah. And then
Wait. I'm just trying to find out why Talos is chaotic evil.
He is straight up just the god of storms. Like, no question there.
I love it.
Auril's the goddess of
Mendasa.
winter. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this week's tangent.
The gods are fun.
Oh, I'm not stopping you. I'm just.
The pirate campaign I was in was called Tides of Umberly, and Umberly wanted to destroy the material plane and the Sword Coast, and we were hired by, is he on here? Sylvanas and Bahamut to
Yep.
yeah, you know, the platinum dragon. We were hired by those two to attempt to stop her, It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. It was like a level 3 to 18 campaign.
Jeez.
And we became gods at the end. It was great. Went through a few crewmates. We went through a few ships. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But there is a goddess of pain whose suggested domain is death.
No, really?
Also notably, at least this edition of the player's handbook, like this printing, doesn't include. Is it a stars cleric? Doesn't have the domain, like the grave domain. I think there's at least one other that isn't here. That's in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, or Xanathar's Guide to Everything. That's it. Because those came later. Yeah. Anyway. Hi, the gods are cool.
So,
Yeah.
I
There's
say we
also a
spend
list
the
of, like-
rest of the day here in town, see what we can find and make use of before we head out on that search.
I assume someone's going to the Temple of Lathander.
Yeah, I assume someone was going with Kay.
Yeah.
I just want to know if there's possibly like a weekly sale at one of the three. We can just find like the cheaper one.
Y'all got enough gold out of me today. Y'all are on your own now.
The cheapest of the three.
Yes, let's look for budget religious services.
We just
This
walk
is my
in.
mother we're talking about.
We just walk in. We're shopping around. We're like window shopping religions. How much would you charge for a quick decurse?
Drive-through decursing.
Drive through.
I would like to remind you, we do actually have a treatment that seemed to be working, so even if we can't afford what happens, we do have something that was helping.
Wait, all it costs is a decurse? F's in the chat.
Look, that could be something you attempt.
Can I get a large decurse with a side of forgiveness?
God damn it.
Oh, great. Now I have the appendix of spells open. Y'all are done for.
What will we be smoten with?
Can I walk away from the table and see if ask the Dragonborn if there are rooms available here? Just so we have a place to come back to at the end of the night.
Yes, of course. It's for the 5 of you then.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll be, one room for all of you or separate rooms.
Y'all want to share a room or have separate ones?
I'll pay for my own room.
I'll sleep on this ship, thank you.
Yes, Kai will head back to the ship as well.
Actually,
He's
yeah.
not
Yeah, I need to go stay with my mom.
The ship is
overnight.
probably a good idea.
Alright, I'll buy a room.
Before we turn in for the night, you, Ifuk, have to go and buy your tidesman some gear.
Guys, it's like noon.
Yeah, it's noon. I'm just grabbing a room for later.
He's just checking in.
What's gonna
before
happen
exploring.
later? What do you think's gonna happen later?
What?
Well, I have to go find God.
One god or the other, it doesn't matter.
Good
Okay,
luck
maybe
with
it's gonna
that.
come back with cleric levels. Oh god.
She's
Okay,
gonna come
then
back with a
paladin.
level in Paladin, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, who knows?
Yeah. So, cool.
Alright. How much for one room? Because I am gonna stay here. I don't want to sleep on the ship tonight.
That he tells you it'll be 4 silver for the room,
Alrighty?
and that includes breakfast in the morning.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and then he takes you up to one of the rooms. It's like the inn rooms in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that.
Just
Yeah,
like
and then
Skyrim.
The cabinet, the like cabinet and the chest at the foot of the bed are both empty,
Is that just gonna be today's episode name?
just like Skyrim.
Just like Skyrim.
Just like insert game name here.
Insert fantasy dragon game name.
Last week it was just like Fire Emblem.
True. Okay. Yeah, I know what spells you will have to request from the clerics, or they'll recommend at least. What do they require for components?
Just like Dragon Quest.
Almost there. Too far.
I'll also ask for directions to the merchant district, just so I'm not wandering aimlessly for hours.
Sure.
But that's what you do best.
No, I followed the signs to get here, thank you. Because you didn't see them. Hey, look, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm right in this case.
I'm just saying you've spent plenty of time in previous towns wandering around.
Yes, I did. That's how you find the most interesting things. I say
Like
pointing at
a
your
random
cloak.
magic shop with a tiny gnome in it.
Yeah, I say pointing directly at the cloak you're still wearing.
He's not wrong. And then, right. Pardon me as I do DM prep that should have been done previously. Inspiration strikes at the most inopportune times.
As someone who comes up with most of their novel ideas while driving, mood.
Dude, I've had some great character inspo for the upcoming game using that Style Hearts supplement, Marcus. And I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for this character, and I'll probably have another one by the time we actually get to fucking play it. At least one more. I've gone through several.
Just reading the subclasses gave me so many ideas.
Dude,
I was stuck in there for 2 weeks in that book. Just with the subclasses.
It's a great book. It's a great book. And like, I've been watching a lot of Pointy Hat on YouTube. Not sponsored, by the way. And he was talking about like different ways you can make tieflings more than just herder. I look like a devil and have purple skin. Because Rakshasas are a fiend, and therefore tieflings are of some ancestry to have fiends in their bloodline. And
yeah, no, it doesn't say they have to be a devil. They can be a demon.
Yeah, they can be anything with the subtype fiend. So a Rakshasa tiefling would kind of look like a weird tabaxi. Kind of. Because Rakshasas are the tiger demons that you don't want to fuck with, not because they kill you in combat, but because they make it so you can't rest, and then 5 days later you die because you're just so goddamn tired.
Jesus.
Yeah. Their stat block is not like combat tuned, but there's a curse on their claws. Also, they will like wheel and deal and like talk their way through whatever. And yeah, they're really cool. Anyway, Rakshasa tieflings would look like almost bestial and cat-like rather than devilish. And that in a city that's being overrun by like eldritch beasts, the stories that could happen there feel really nice, especially if she grew up in the city before with beasts like outside the city, and people are like, harder, go with the beasts. And she's like, no, the beasts need to die, and she's a little bit reckless because she kind of believes she needs to die. Yeah.
Fun.
My original character, do not steal. Anyway, that's another tangent. It's just another tangent. I called it an hour ago. All right, so you want to go shopping. Is anyone going with the rogue shopping?
No, Kai is going with Barry.
Fair. Okay, splitting the party. This is fun.
What about the other two? Where you go?
Yes, Adema and Simon.
I feel like I should keep an eye on if.
You just try, buddy.
He gets arrested alone if he's alone, you know.
You know what I would like to see these other religions. Why not?
Sure.
Just show up and loudly denounce all of them.
Wow, what a piece of shit temple this is.
Notably, there's no temple to Thassa here.
Wow, what a piece of shit city this is. Y'all don't even...
Time to start one.
I mean, do you even need one? Wouldn't your temple just be the beach?
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
We come back to the beach, and an hour later, he's built a little sandcastle. Sorry, a sand temple.
A sand shrine.
Yeah, probably a shrine. He's put like little seashells in it.
Aw.
Just a little flag that says Thassa in hastily written marker.
I'm just picturing a fully armored cleric doing this.
100%.
These transgressions shall not be forgotten.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
You're just on the beach and trying to spread your religion. Families are just walking by ignoring you.
Talos loves you. I love you. Energy.
Just like Skyrim.
Just like Skyrim. Anyway, okay. Let's. Shopping is 1, and going for the Healy bits is 2. Roll D2. Cool. To the church. So,
Instant
Edema,
church bell sound. Wow.
Barry, and Kai. Honestly, that would be great.
I'll add it to the soundboard.
Yeah, Edema, Barry, and Kai. You head to the temple district. Why did I close the appendix? Because all of them have symbols. While there, you see... Give me a perception check. Someone. Literally anyone.
Of the 3 who went, anyway.
Of you 3, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Cool. You see... five temples on this square around a large, very ornate stone fountain. You see...
yes, the temple district.
The temple district, yeah. You see a left hand pointed upward, outlined in fire. You see a gauntlet held upright with an eye on the back of the hand. A symbol that looks like a road leading into a sunrise. Looks like the profile of the face of a beautiful red-haired woman, and a white gauntlet that is an upraised fist.
But one without an eye on it.
Yeah, with no eye on it. Yeah, those are the five, at least on the temples that you see those five like symbols that are very clearly the symbols of gods.
Well, with Adema being our religious expert here, I'm going to ask him if he remembers the symbol for Lathander.
Ugh. I know the symbol for Lathander, but Barry sure as hell does not.
Give me a religion check with disadvantage, Adema. These are not the gods you grew up with.
Yeah, fuck him.
Although, like, it depends on like how you were raised, because like in my high school there was 1 year where we studied other religions even though we were a Catholic school.
I'm literally not from this area of the sea at all.
He is from a different region of the world.
Okay.
Thassa is not a dragon sea goddess.
Oh hey, even with disadvantage, that's not bad.
Oh yeah. You vaguely remember that he has something to do with the sun. And he is sometimes called the Morning Lord.
Why, it's not my god.
What is the name of this god? Lythander?
Lathander.
Ah, right. The shitty one.
The one shitty one.
I encourage you to tell his priests that.
You know what? We just might. But for the sake of Mary's mom...
That'll get what we want.
Gonna have to start
Just like,
some
once
shins.
you get her healed on the way out.
Be like, oh, by the way, you guys are shite.
By the way, thank you and fuck you.
If memory serves, I believe hearing some stories that Lythander might be something to do with the sun, perhaps the one with, the sun on it.
Okay. We go in.
Cool. Yeah. You go into the Temple of Lathander. The clerics of Lathander all have lanterns on one hip and have their robes are white trimmed in gold, sleeveless, and have the symbol of the road winding towards a sunrise.
Sleeveless? Can I leave? Can I not be in here? I don't want to be next to the Kyle equivalent of priest.
Yes, I see we found the Church of Abercrombie. I don't know why, but my brain, as soon as you guys entered the temple, my brain just started playing Pokemon Center music.
It is where you get healed.
Exactly.
I guess it's the adventure equivalent.
God.
Healthcare's not free here.
Yeah, the Pokemon world is communist. Don't at me. Sorry, it's socialist.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's
this
a
is
thing.
not a political stream, I swear.
That's
Please
definitely
don't
a thing that has
demonetize
been
us.
said on my channel now.
Anyway, yeah, so, sure. Yes, the Kyle priests. The robes are sleeveless, white, trimmed with gold, with the symbol stitched into the breast of the robe in a bright yellow thread. There we go. We got there. As you walk in, there are you don't really see many people about, but one of the priests notices you and kind of settles up, and she says, "Yes, hello. How can the Morning Lord help you today?"
We're looking for some help. Have you ever cured someone who was bitten by a vampire before?
Her eyebrows almost disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Nani?
Guy taps Barry and says, "Oh, don't forget about the Shadow Realm part."
Yeah, it was a vampire from the Shadowfell, and the victim remains unconscious after we brought her back here. Yeah.
Father Chad, I need your help.
This is
I'm just picturing like anime level expressions on these people. I'm just loving it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, what? I need monster manual. I will be right back.
You need the monster manual?
Yes, because it has NPC stat blocks in there too.
Okay.
Yep, and I dare these fuckers to say their god can do it. I dare them.
Go ahead, prove me right.
She says, "This does seem to be beyond my capabilities, but I feel like the Archdeacon can assist you. Come with me." And she like beckons in front of beckons. She like gestures and leads you deeper into the temple.
Actually,
How hard
that
are your
would be
eyes
a good-
rolling, Edema?
I'm legitimately not sure if I can go deep into some other god's temple. It feels like an affront. That's as fickle as it is. If I start connorting with other gods, it's gonna get real bad real quick.
What are you gonna do? What's the worst that can happen? You burst into water?
I mean, you say that. You're gonna be down a cleric and you're gonna be eating those fucking words.
Actually,
Well, you're playing
I think a
Cupid.
good question. I think there's a question that should be asked here. Did they go back to the ship and get Barry's mom, or is she just on the ship?
I was gonna
Just on
ask
the
that.
ship.
I was gonna ask that, but I imagine since she's not conscious, it wouldn't be an easy way to bring her.
I'm sure Barry
I
can
don't know,
carry
very
her.
strong.
I mean, we could, but I don't feel like lugging my mom around like a sack
Yeah.
of potatoes in this strange
That
city.
that feels kind of disrespectful.
So she is on the ship still.
Yes. So it would have to be like a house call.
The ship call, as it were.
Unless they could like do it from here like Jesus. But, like,
Wi-Fi healing. All right, now where is she? Just like somewhere over that way on the ship, you can see at the edge of
No,
town.
you see, remote healing is only for subscribers of their Patreon.
Yeah, that's a higher tier. They heal you over Zoom.
What did I do?
They heal you over Zoom.
That's it.
Tell her to turn her webcam on.
She's unconscious. Skill issue.
Let's get one of the tidesmen, Jesus.
So I just want to say this real quick. So the sleeveless thing was not intended to be like a they super ripped. This is like the Church of the Skull. But I just like looked up Lathander and like his practice. So he has a vast portfolio including birth, renewal, spring, and youth, as well as athletics, self-perfection, vitality, and creativity.
Oh,
They all are the Chad religion.
Literally the Temple of Chad.
What, you think you're better than me? Do you even pray, bro?
Yup.
I seeing Adema's reluctance just puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, Barry's mom, Barry's mom, Barry's mom.
I look at you pleadingly.
I'm clutching my holy symbol hard this entire time, but I will
Clutching his
continue.
pearls. Oh my god.
Literally clutching pearls. All right, cool. You guys head further into the Temple of Lathander.
Sorry.
Yeah, you see, like, you pass through a doorway, and over the doorway is written in common a phrase that says, "Offer prayers to Lathander, and his light will shield thee." Go ahead and vomit.
Fuck, there's no way.
Roll for vomit.
I would rather burn in
Constitution.
holy fire.
Constitution saving throw.
I would rather do that, yes. I am praying to shit.
Oh. All right. And she leads you through. It's not a particularly long hallway that she leads you into, and at the far end, there's a small sort of private chapel, and she knocks on the door and says, "Yes, Father. God damn it, I need a name.
Father Chad.
Father Eric."
Okay.
And the man kneeling in the chapel stands, jacked as shit.
Immediately recognizes Edema because he secretly used to work here.
No.
I see you've been neglecting the legs.
Eric turns and says, "Yes, my child. What is it? These adventurers here need assistance involving a vampire and the Shadowfell, right? Yes. All of those things sound well above my pay grade. But I was hoping you could help them and show them the light of the Morning Lord. Yes, my child, I will do my utmost to assist them. Thank you for bringing them here. Lathander, go with you." And she bows and excuses herself.
And also with you. I'm sorry, I was raised Catholic.
And with your spirit? Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, and we will cut there and flip over to the other party in the interest of time so they at least get some spotlight. Yeah.
I'm assuming by this point we're just
I have to. Okay, hold on. I have to pull this up on the stream. Lathander's priests.
Lathander. But Adema would misspell it.
Fuck him.
He's doing it on purpose.
Oh yeah.
That's our archdeacon right there.
Yup. I said, so what is it? So someone is a vampire? How does the Shadowfell work into this? What can I help you with?
Oh, I thought you were
moved
cutting.
over to us. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
said
thought
Oh,
you were
right. They kept talking about Father Chad.
The chat. Yeah, the chat race.
Oh.
I'm gonna look for any place that would seem like it would be frequented by random adventurers.
Sure. Yes.
And I'm just along to make sure not too much trouble happens.
Don't trust the rogue on his own.
I'd be more likely to get away with it if I was on my own. Thank you.
Give me a perception check.
Both of us are.
Whoever's actively looking for a place to spend money.
Sure.
I accidentally wound up. Hold on. It's changing my proficiency on it. Hold on. I clicked the wrong button. There we go.
Okay. Cool. You see. You make your way to like a marketplace area, and you see there's, your usual. There's a blacksmith shop. There's a like a leather worker's stall. There's an armorer, which is not the blacksmith. But there's also just a store that seems to have, like, the sign just says, like, adventuring gear here.
The Wall Mart of equipment shops.
Something like that. Might not be the best quality, but it'll get you there.
Your one-stop shop.
And then you also see, there's a number of other shops, fine clothing, there's a jeweler, there's all sorts of stuff like that. This is a busy area as well. There's a lot of stalls for like farm goods. It seems to be a high market day even. And you see people coming and going through alleys and the major streets and things like that. You also do see a few thieves' cant marks on a couple of the buildings. The jeweler shop says danger and alarm. The blacksmith's shop just says danger. And the generic shop has a sign that says easy mark.
I mean, it was good to do it before, even before that, but now, yeah, to the adventure show.
To Wall Mart. You step into the generic adventurer shop, and it's we'll lean in. It's a fantasy Walmart. You see one of the first things you see is like at the end of one of the long rows of goods, there's just a bucket full of staves, just generic wooden like quarterstaff staves.
Before we go much farther past the threshold, hey Simon, you want to do your magic thing, see if there's anything actually worth buying in here?
Why not? Might as well get some use out of my detect magic.
You cast detect magic, and
I'm expecting a flashbang.
Sorry?
First, like the only magic thing you see just from the doorway is if you were to look up, there's a faint wisps of almost just like ambient magic left over of the abjuration school. And it's just like on like a little crystal set above the doorway.
Anything?
I just let him know that there's some ambient abjuration coming from the ceiling. What specifically that could be, I'm not 100% sure.
Do you know
What the
what?
fuck is abjuration?
Give me an Arcana check.
The only thing I know about magic is the little bit I can do. I don't know anything.
Oh yeah. That's probably.
I mean, I OC know it's mostly like berries and stuff, but like just to see how well
that's about
Simon
right.
rolls.
I rolled a 2.
Simon, oh, you did as well. Sure, you rolled an 11. Simon, you know that it seems to be like protection magics.
Yep.
You're not sure exactly how in depth or how broad that term might be, but yeah, it's protection magics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big word.
Just like, the fuck?
I let him know it's some kind of protection, but what kind of protection is not super clear.
But yeah, you see barrels of staves. You see behind like locked cages a bunch of swords and axes and weapons like that. Down along the building, there's like, as you go further kind of like to your left into the building, you see some mannequins with like leather armor, some with just like, you know, fantasy Walmart brand clothing. And
Actually,
things like that.
That's a good point. I do kind of need to get out of this unnecessarily flashy armor. Is there anything that looks a bit more plain down that hallway?
So are you wearing like the armor in your?
Yes,
token?
that is what my armor was supposed to be. Same as my short sword that we sold a while back.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, we've been talking about Skyrim a lot. It's like Skyrim leather armor. Just like browns, no additional color or ostentation to it. It is what it says on the tin.
Works for me. I'll walk up to the clerk and say,
I will say, as you're kind of like looking through, you do see like kind of tucked into one of the just racks of suits of leather armor. I'm a genius sometimes. This is great.
I was like, we're just buying armor off the rack.
Something like that. You do see kind of tucked in back that there's studded leather, like a set of studded leather armor that looks like it might be your size.
I honestly don't remember if I have enough to actually buy that.
You dropped dollars on wine earlier.
Gentle reminder to outfit your tidesman, Captain Moneybags.
Oh,
Look.
dear.
My survival is more important.
Wow.
Oh dear. So, what you wanted to talk to a clerk? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I point out the studded leather armor and ask how much that would cost. How much that would cost.
Oh, that is 45 gold.
All right. How much would you pay me for this? And I take off my elven cloak.
Well, did you purchase it here?
Do you have a receipt?
Oh, I'm offering to sell it.
We don't work like that here. I'm sorry.
Not even for magical goods?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You are talking to like a young adult working like their first job.
Frontline clerk.
Yeah. So
Don't worry, there'll be a Target in town. Just go there.
Just a fucking value village.
Oh no.
Well, I'll go looking for somewhere else to sell this thing.
Sure. Thank you for coming to Fantasy Walmart.
No, I'm not done.
Okay. You said you're gonna. Okay.
It's Walmart with 2 L's.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Walmart.
It's right next to the wall.
No, see, now you're infringing on Final Fantasy there. Wall Market.
That too.
Fair.
It's just like Final Fantasy VII.
All right.
Where's the cross-dressing shop?
Yeah.
Oh.
You.
I guess I'll
Yeah.
pick up a couple extra swords and some leather armor and that studded leather.
Sure. What kind of so you trained 3 tidesmen.
Yes, I'll be keeping the leather armor I have, and I'll give it to one of them.
Okay, so 2 suits of leather armor, a suit of studded leather armor.
Yes.
What kind of swords are you trying to find?
Let's go with long swords, just for some slightly better than what we have on the ship.
Sure.
Not like Rangers need anything special.
Sure. You, and then 3 long swords.
Yeah.
You are looking at 110 gold, I believe. Yeah, that's 45, and 65 is 110, yes.
Excellent. I put 100 gold on the counter.
All right. Thank you. Right, keeps notes in a ledger, writes up a receipt and hands that to you and says, if you look at the bottom of the receipt there and you walk over to my manager there's a survey to see how well we handled your services today.
Well, if you're gonna have a rate on that, tell me where I can sell this thing, and I hold up the cloak again.
You might be able to check over at the clothier there might be able to check. And he points back out the glass door to a fine clothing shop.
Right.
He, I know, has some interest in this kind of thing. So he can probably help you.
And before I go, do you actually have any potions for sale? Or is that not your thing?
Oh no, we just have equipment.
Fair enough. Right, and we'll head over there.
Awesome. Cool.
Simon politely nods and follows him out.
Awesome. You head out. As
I was gonna pick up my gear first.
yeah,
And
you,
tell
you, you
them to
pick
go there.
the gear. It's kind of bulky because there's 3 sets of armor and 3 swords.
It's okay. They give you an extra large bag.
But yeah, it's actually all in like a crate, packed up. But you head back out into the main market square, and we're gonna cut back briefly, and then when we're done, we're gonna cut for this session, if that's okay.
Mhm.
Just looking at the time there, and baby's gonna.
I'm gonna go ahead and import my stuff then.
Oh yeah, super cool.
Back to the far more interesting scenario.
So, Barry, Ithvuk, and Adema. Not Ithvuk,
No.
Barry, Kai, and Adema. You are talking to Father Eric, and I'm going to type.
Eric.
Mart. Ithvuk did not say that. Yeah, and he says, yes, so a vampire needs to be cured in the Shadowfell.
No.
All right, thank you. That would be a lot.
That would be a lot.
Yeah.
So my mother was held hostage by a vampire in the Shadowville for several years, I think. She was bitten, and then he let her go, and we brought her back. But she has fallen unconscious and will not wake up, no matter what our healers, and I motioned to Kai and Adema, have tried.
I see. What have you tried? He reaches into his he has a little pouch. He reaches in, he pulls out a length of paper and a quill, licks the tip of the quill. It's ready to write.
Holy water, for sure.
Holy water. And did that have any effect?
Slowing.
Yes, slowing the process. It looked like there was black smoke or infection spreading from her bites, almost.
Okay. Yes. That is difficult. Okay.
I've also tried the magics of a lesser restoration.
And did that have any effect?
I don't think I was strong enough in my casting to have any effect.
Well,
But it seemed to hurt and didn't seem to help a lot.
okay.
Maybe the same effects of the holy water, maybe slowing a bit.
I'll need to. I have some ideas. I'll actually need to see the patient herself to take care, to know for sure. Where is she?
Yeah, she's on our ship. Do you have to like stay in here? Like, can you leave?
Oh, I can travel.
Oh,
Well, he
okay.
looks pretty able-bodied. I think he can walk.
That's true.
Perhaps too able-bodied.
Yeah, she's on our ship.
All right. Thank you. Can we go now? I have ideas. Give me 5 minutes to grab some things that I think I will need. And I do need to bring one of the acolytes just to assist in any potential rituals that we need to do. But I think I can help you. I do need to say that these services don't come for free.
Oh, of course they don't, because heaven forbid your god do not have the kindness of their soul.
Lathander is infinitely kind, but many of these spells do have components that are more than just herbs and grasses that we can find in the forests. You understand?
Yes,
I don't, but for the sake of this, sure.
Advertise that you can do such things as this and heal somebody. I think that just speaks for itself. You guys will make way more money.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
It'll be great exposure.
It's literally what he just said. Okay,
shit.
okay.
Yeah, leave it to the turtle.
Hey.
While you are probably right, there are what it sounds like is required is not the sort of material that comes easily. Now, we could also work out some sort of arrangement in a exchange of favor for favor, if you understand me.
Yeah, I don't swing that way.
Wow! No, not sir. I'm sure you are very, very handsome for your hat, but that is not at all what I was referring to.
Very back in the comment.
Wow.
That's racist.
Oh boy.
I'm a turtle with an 8 charisma. What do you want from me?
Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, I hope those two aren't getting into any trouble over there.
I'm sure you're a very hot turtle, bro.
But hey, favor for favor, if you're just talking about like
Killing things.
maybe we can go halvesies on this, yeah, sure.
Side quest.
Yes, if you, there are often tasks that need done in the service of Lathander's glory that can't be accomplished here within the temple itself. Perhaps you could assist us with something like this, and then, at the very least, we could. There would be less of a cost, or perhaps even no cost, depending on what
That's
you are able
perfect.
to
Talk,
accomplish.
talk, talk. Come on, dude, let's go.
Wow.
Yes, I do need a few minutes just to get everything ready.
Absolutely.
Oh, do you really?
Yes,
Maybe we should have sent someone with charisma out there.
And what, pray tell, do you intend to do?
This is
Especially with the
Well,
actively
I
other
believe that your friend said he attempted lesser restoration, but there are some maladies that can only be dealt with through the greater variety of restoration, and failing that, or it's between the vampire bite and whatever this corrupting influence is. I don't know if even a greater restoration would be enough on its own. Perhaps a some sort of regenerative casting would be necessary. I do intend to, as I said, have one of the acolytes come with me to assist with things. And of course, you are free to stay and observe, just to make sure everything is honest and no one is acting in ways that they shouldn't. That's acting in ways that they should not. There we go. So again, just a few minutes, and I will meet you out in the receiving hall there.
Acting in ways that they shouldn't. The demon's gonna take that as a personal affront, and he's storming out of this fucking temple. Fuck this swole guy and his protein shakes and his stupid magic. Anything they could do, Thassa can do better with Kaizo.
Barry's like up, like backing up, like bowing apologetically, like I'm sorry, thank you.
So you're just leaving Adema?
Fuck that kid.
I love how much attitude we're showing after we walked into their place.
You know what? You walk into an establishment, you expect good service, not someone to flaunt their buff breastises in your face, talking about some greater restoration.
What the fuck?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, let's be honest, that depends on the establishment.
I just think they're a dishonest religion, that's all.
Am I hearing caster jealousy from over here?
They're more about aesthetics than they are about their actual care for their god. Fuck them.
And yet they're the ones who are going to cure the problem that you could not.
Bold of you to assume they can cure it there, Simon the Owl Folk.
I love how we're not even having this conversation because I'm not where you are.
Oh boy.
Beautiful.
Okay. Davis lost his mind. He's now yelling at Simon from across the city.
I'm going to cast the message spell. No, I'm joking.
Pretty sure he's out of range of message.
That's good.
Fiddling for that one.
I can pull sending. Let me go to sleep.
Let me just
Fall asleep right here.
sleep a real quick 8 hours.
In their temple, go to sleep, take a nap.
Just
You're
plop.
gonna go to sleep in a different god's temple.
Oh, that's gonna incite some dreams.
It's a pretty awesome dreams, to be honest.
We'll see two guys have a cat fight.
There are two gods inside of you.
My god can be your god.
My god could beat up your god. Two kids on the fucking playground.
My god works at Sony.
Sure. You guys are probably hearing some dice roll.
Actually, no. No one heard any that time.
My
This
god,
guy is now getting a stat block.
my god works in more mysterious ways than yours.
My god is an awesome god.
My god is a very, very, very fine god.
My god has better hymns than yours. Yours are trash.
With two gods in the yard.
Anyway. Yeah. Cool. We're gonna call it there.
Cool.
Sweet. This is fun. This is a lot of fun, you guys.
Yeah.
I have some writing homework. But
Alrighty.
Cool. Neat. Awesome. Yes. Sounds good. Thank you everyone for watching this rather chaotic episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea. We hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It sounds like everyone did. And start at the top of the list as I go back through a million tabs of Discord and shit. Kay, what was your favorite part of the episode?
It has to be Father Chad.
His name is Eric.
Eric, his
Yes,
last
I'm
name is
sorry,
Chad.
Father Eric Chad.
His name is Eric. Not anymore.
Chad was my
Very good.
Chad was my before name.
Dama.
Yeah, it would be Swole Ted, unfortunately.
Awesome. Marcus, what the fuck?
Just Idema's entire sassy attitude about the pimples.
That was pretty great. Itchy. Simon,
Yeah,
what was your-
I think as funny as the Church of the Swole itself was, I also think Edema's reaction to it was the better part of that scenario.
That wasn't on purpose too. Just like reading that, like he's the god of athletics and self-perfection.
Oh no!
Yeah. And like, what's his personality? Despite being among the oldest of Faerun's god, he nonetheless remains the cheery hopefulness of youth. Oh, he's an optimist.
He's Mike Guy.
His was an eternal optimism, a constant willingness to focus on hopes for the future rather than wallow in the failures of the present.
Yep.
He was a doggedly determined god who encouraged proactive altruism, oh god, and constant reevaluation of the old ways. Exuberant and friendly, his interests laid in vibrant life regarding both birth and nature, and conversely urged the destruction of the corrupted mockeries of life that he saw the undead as.
Oh. I mean, I
He
can agree
sounds
on
too
that.
perfect. I hate him.
Sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger then in Terminator.
Yeah. Again, he sounds too perfect. I hate him.
What was Tyron's favorite part of the session?
It was actually Barry apologizing for us to this guy.
He's being so nice. He's not even asking us to do the favor beforehand. He's gonna come. He's making a house call. I feel like there's just a lot of animosity.
Just a lot of
that we brought
undue
into the room.
attitude from these two.
That's what you get for bringing the druid and cleric.
I know. But
You
your
could have
boys, I have to...
different
He insisted on following me.
I thought you could bond over all being healers.
Okay. Good. That was all his good traits. Though liked for his many positive qualities, Lathander has also had a reputation for displaying the flaws common to the young, such as zealotry, vanity, and excess.
Oh no.
Though
Unsurprising.
enthusiastically altruistic and only slightly vain, it was said by his critics that his aggressive do-gooder mentality often prevented him from taking more sensible courses of action. His headstrong conceit could blind him to the consequences of his actions, as in his idealistic crusades, he simply attacked directly and hoped for the best, ignoring the ramifications. Dude's just fucking me.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's a
work it.
protagonist.
He's a warrior of light.
Yep.
Oh,
He's a warrior of light.
Quite literally.
I will answer this problem with my axe and figure out the rest. Oh, he's romantically entangled with Shantae. How do you pronounce that name? Chauntea.
I would say Shanti.
Yeah.
Shanti.
His allies include Gond, Tamora, Tyr, Torm, Elmater, Soon, Selûne, Ogma, Kelemvor, and Maliki.
Sounds like an RPG party.
Really
Yep.
does.
Helm held a great deal of resentment for Lathander, as the latter indirectly caused the death of Helm's lover, Murdain.
Rival character. Got it.
Yeah, and like Helm was the other temple you could have gone to.
Yeah.
The god of Oh, that's the god of protection. No.
Well, he should have protected.
So if I decide to kill a god, I can rely on Helm's help. Is that what you're saying?
That is one hell of a quest, buddy. Anyway, I think we're good to go offline now. Itchy, if you want to do your outro. Everyone, dingle the bingle.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna raid over to my buddy Overkill, who's playing some Smash Bros right now. I think he's doing what he often does and has a bunch of amiibos just fighting each other. So that's a good time.
Nice.
Alrighty. Thanks to everyone who tuned in and everyone who's watching the VOD. Make sure to follow and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels of the same name. And for those who are interested, I've been putting Twitch clips up on a TikTok account, and that's TikTok Superform Ichi on TikTok, so you can look those up as well. And yeah, we're gonna raid over to Overkill, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Are we good?
And we're good.